model on the shelf, off price at the gate.
We are beyond disappointment hype. As paid if he dreams on a shopping site. Not right, not now, not quite. Maybe soon, been lying all night. We are beyond disappointment hype. 6 months minimum, hold on tight. Don't buy the promise, buy the proof. Patience pays, impulse buy.
Let me tell you a story real quick, no fiction. 10 years in alpha, still early access addiction. They said finished product, I believe the prediction. Dropped 10 grand on a PC, learned a lifelong lesson. Our history, looping like a bugged out mission. VR and pizza, yo, that's not full permission. Experimental tag should come with the warning. Do not empty wallet while dopamine forming. Pimax this, heads at that. 2,000 pounds just to look at a menu flat. Can't even use it proper, not live, that's fact. You about future enjoyment, 6 months that.
Sax goes Dave on market like it's side island hype. Someone in the background says wait for coming soon.
Remember Toby, remember the wait. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, new verse, same surprise face stared. If you already own it, cool, no shade. Test it when it drops, enjoy the game. But buying now for Peter, you joy. That's paying cinema prices to watch the train.
We are beyond disappointment hype. Front row seat to a loading screen night. Prices fall while you hold regret. Receipt long feature not met. We are beyond disappointment hype. 6 months later, guess who's right? Newer model, better deal. Same headset, now half the pay. Oh, yeah. They say early adopter, I say early payer. Bank account thinner, excitement delayed her. No discount codes, no loyalty crown. Just vibes and a headset sitting boxed on the ground. Spectrum screaming, this is it. Meanwhile, Pooh says, nah, not yet. That ain't investment, that's retail trap. Hype got you dancing while patience naps.
Sax plays the chorus melody, bends notes like it's laughing. Audience already humming it again.
We're not mad, we just been here. We've watched the roadmap disappear. So breathe, relax, let the patch notes cook. Don't buy the dream, wait till you can actually look. We are beyond disappointment hype. Wait for you, don't swipe tonight. 6 months later, smarter you. Same headset, cheaper too. Think first, laugh later. Star citizen rewards the patient player. Sex fades out. Label. Someone whispers. Still lips bare and turn.
Drive is out.
At least 6 months. Reggae lovers, rock X rap. V-paint you ready. Voila. Saxophone riding shotgun. Sax go on. Like you already knows the bad news. Crowd noise fades, someone whispers. Stay on rata. They said, put the headset on, baby, you can fly tonight. But the screen just stared back at me. Say, not in live, maybe try again later. Alright, he bought dreams.
the background says wait for coming soon.
Yeah, when I'm a Delby, remember the wait. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, new verse, same surprise face stared. If you already own it, cool, no shame. Test it when it drops, enjoy the game. But buy a novelty to your joy. That's paying cinema prices to watch the train or again. VR, disappointment, hype.
What drive is now on?
Loading screen,
What drive is now
prices fall
off?
while you won't regret. Receipt long, features unmet. VR, disappointment, hype. 6 months later, guess who's right? Newer model, better deal. Same headset, now half the price.
Yo, they say early adopter, say early player. Bank account, thinner excitement, delayed, no discount codes, no loyalty crown, just vibes in their heads and sitting box down the ground.
Spectrum screaming, this is it. Meanwhile, Pew says, nah, not yet. That ain't investment, that's retail trap. I got you dancing while patience naps. Yeah, sax plays the chorus melody, bends notes like it's laughing. Audience already humming it again. We are here, we've just been here. We've watched the roadmap disappear. So breathe, relax. Let the patch notes cook. Don't buy the dream. Wait till you can actually log in. We are VR, disappointment hype. Wait for Pew, don't swipe tonight.
Docking request
6 months
approved.
later, smarter you. Same headset, cheaper too. Think first, laugh later. Stars, citizen rewards the patient player. That's the patient player. Someone whispers, still experimenting. Yo 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 yo. My lip Polaris shining, lights flashing all around. Patrolling the void, no danger can be found. Dreaming, cruising in carols, rum in every hand, every asteroid, every moon under our command. Just floating by, hauling cargo bags, fuel mission tools, maybe even a stack.
Bed swoops down, you don't wanna meet its wrath. One glance from that ship and it clears your path.
Apple tree is ready, bed so fine, healing every soul, making Christmas shine.
Blasters, cracked holes, every fight. VR so immersive, everything feels right.
Oh ho ho, in the stars we go. Oh ho ho, in the stars we go. RSI fate steal the show. Apple triad ready, cruise so tight, laughing, dancing, hugging through the night.
Grab your cocoa, wave your hands.
Feel the joy across the lands.
Ho ho ho, sing it loud, sing it high. Merry Christmas in the stars, let's reach the sky. Those are Trice's luck, Pepper's mine too wild.
Little Miss UK messing with the dial.
Jack that engineer underneath the table scheming.
Turning ships to chaos, crews all screaming.
But lines stay happy, we celebrate and cheer.
Grandkids with Granny, Christmas all the year.
Mel efforts take notes, just chill for 12 more.
Next gen takes over, engines start to roll.
On Helvet swoops down, bad guys running high.
Crew waving from Polaris, filled with
Iron Chris
pride.
delivers what's needed, maybe
Automated
more.
docking
Every mission
initiated.
easier when your crew's hardcore. Oh ho ho, in the stars we go. Oh ho ho, in the stars we go.
Polaris, Idris, F8, steal the show.
Apple triad ready, crew so tight, laughing, dancing, hugging through the night.
Test
Yours are trying, can beat Pepper's silly streak.
Little Miss UK smiles cheek to cheek.
Joe that hiding on the table, sneaky little feet.
Space Christmas madness, isn't it sweet?
Polaris sparkling, engines full of cheer.
OMV are waving, Merry Christmas dear.
Asteroids blinking like lights on the tree.
Even in the void, joy floats and it flees.
Or eggnog, snacks come aboard.
Ride with us in laughter, never get ignored.
Thanks protecting Ibrah's Hall and Triage healing too.
Every moment in space, Christmas magic true.
Ho ho ho, in the stars we go. Ho ho ho, in the stars we go.
Polaris Hydras F8 steal the show.
Apple Triage ready, cruise so tight. Laughing, dancing, hugging through the night.
Testing, pressing into 3.
Squeeze me tight, feel the joy, set it free. Ho ho ho,
Voices loud, spirits high. Merry Christmas in the stars until we touch the sky.
yeah 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 yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, yeah 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 yeah.
Cocoa, eggnog, snacks come aboard.
Word with us and laughter, never get ignored.
They're protecting Andres Hall and Triage healing too. Every moment in space, Christmas magic true.
Oh, ho, ho, in the stars we go.
So hold on tight, let the stars be our guide.
Through laughter and hugs, let your spirits
From
collide.
Polaris to Rightrees, F8 and Joy X2.
Merry Christmas in the stars, from all of us to you. Yeah. Lights flashing all around, patrolling the void, no danger can be found.
In the crew singing carols, rum in every hand, every asteroid, every moon under our command.
Edges floating by, hauling cargo bags, fuel mission tools, maybe even a staff.
F8 swoops down, you don't wanna meet its wrath. One glance from that ship and it clears your path.
Apple Triage ready, bed so fine, healing every soul, making Christmas shine.
Them fixing blasters, cracked holes, every fight. VR so immersive, everything feels right.
Both alternating light.
Oh, in the stars we go.
Polaris, Idris, F8 steal the show.
Apple tri-level crew so tight, laughing, dancing, hugging through the night.
Grab your cocoa, wave your hands,
Feel the joy across the lands. Oh, oh, oh.
sing it loud, sing it high.
Merry Christmas in the stars, let's reach the sky. Yours I tried this lock, Pepper's mine too wild.
Little Miss UK messing with the dial.
Jot that engineer underneath the table scheming.
Turning ships to chaos, crews all screaming.
But vibes stay happy, we celebrate and chill.
Grandkids with granny, Christmas all the year.
If Roberts take notes, just chill for 12 more. Next gen takes over, engines start to roar.
F8 swoops down, bad guys run and hide. Crew waving from Polaris, filled with pride.
Just delivers what's needed, maybe more. Every mission easier when your crew's hardcore.
Oh,
Oh, in the stars we go.
Polaris, Idris, F8 steal the show.
Apple Triad ready, crew so tight. Laughing, dancing, hugging through the night.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Me, hold me close, squeeze me tight.
Feel the glee.
Join the fro, till the cheer.
Merry Christmas to the crew, all far and near. Pepper in the Polaris, captain of delight. Flying through the cosmos on this merry night.
Crew singing loud, this life pumping strong. Everybody vibing, laughing all night long. Like Christmas, make love to the day.
fuel system.
Spirits high, Merry Christmas in the stars until we touch the sky.
Slow reggae bass,
So hold on tight, let the stars be our guide.
laughter and hugs, let your spirits collide.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Polaris to we go fleet and triarch too.
Merry Christmas in the stars from all of us to you.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. You're being visited again. Bye.
My Polaris shining, lights flashing all around. party vibing, laughing all night long.
Hydras hauling laughter in the bay.
Egg shows up, enemies fly away.
Your vehicle has been moved to authority zone. Please visit.
All systems online.
Laughter and hugs, let your spirits collide.
Polaris to Idris, different giants true. Merry Christmas in the stars from all of us to you.
This vehicle already has the space assigned. Please proceed to the designated location.
online.
Sex lights low, bubbling like warm nebula vapor. Drums rolling slow, bass creeps up like a planet rising. Whispering, testing one level, sweet baby, let's fly. Sax flare bright, beat drop stick. When we glide into the deep space night, stars that shimmer like them know me right. You call me name to the coming tide. Baby, your signal warm up me flight.
Girl, the way you steer it move me soul. You turn cold starlets into paradise soul. Your presence blaze like a solar flare. Every beat of the old tell me you're there.
I left me high where the comics play. I'm higher than quantum drive.
Damn crashed.
Never know space love sweet so sure. Hope till we open every hidden door.
Pull me tight, squeeze me right, only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly. I never knew
Graphics is too high.
like this before. In the flying
Graphics
of
is
the
too high.
We never know flight like this before. Baseline rumbling, begging for more. Socks line kissing we through the core. Baby, we blazing like meteor.
Every swirl of nebula call your name. Your outline glow in the cockpit flame. Girl, your voice sweeter than starlight breeze. You settle the turbulence, put me at ease.
Boy, when you lock in the throttle deep, me heart skip tempo, me chest loosely. Your hand steady strong like the mountain spine. Flying beside you, feel divine.
Starro open when our souls combine. Gravity
I need that because it's screen tearing in that high resolution. Oh, HDR's not on. Okay.
Testing one more time. Baby, your love in perfect rhyme. Me hear your voice cut through the storm. Your tone alone keep the cockpit warm.
Zero G twist, we side by side. In your orbit, me love collide.
Oh,
Squeeze
HDR is what's causing the problem.
only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as
Okay, put back on desync.
I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky.
Turn off HDR.
Invade cross planets with you in tune. Your breath on the mic like a desert moon. Even pirates hiding in a storage shed can't shake the bond that we both made. You are the reason me engines hum. Your love it's sweeter than nebula rum. If trouble rise and
Right, so if I want HDR, I have to drop the frame rates. Okay. Drop the frame rates. I'm not prepared to do. Drop the quality.
touch me soul in the vacuum deep. Turn cold void warm like lovers keep. Let the rhythm guide our cosmic flight. Two hearts drumming through endless night. Hold me tight, squeeze me right, only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly. I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky.
We never know flight like this before. Sky turn on it when we restore. Sax cry loud like it beg for more. Baby, we saw him come road to core. We fight like this before. Galactic love on a rhythm floor. Beat so strong it shakes.
I need VSync, it needs it. That 4.4 really taxes a GPU.
Polaris lights a gentle roll. Pepper, ready for the ride. Gonna shine through the cockpit glass. Tonight, turn into forever. When you glide inside the ship tonight, you lift me heart up to the early light. Pepper, every motion sweet and slow, like the stars that pull us where the lovers go.
HDR too much. That's a problem.
You take your captain seat.
Just a minute.
You're touching the air, feel warm and neat. And every switch you press in time make me feel the rhythm of your mind. Signals blinking soft and deep, like love waking from a long, long sleep. Pepper, me feel growing more. Me never knew this fire before. I never knew a love like this before. Never felt me spirit lift and soar. Flying in the Polaris sky with you, everything feel warm and true.
Pepper, you hold the flight so right. Carry me through the endless night. Love will be like engines roar. Me never knew
Okay.
this before.
Pepper, hold me tight, squeeze me right.
HDR taxes
Carpet sea, only till
the GPU along with
I am supplying the Polaris.
the 4.5. And you need G-Sync to stop the screen tearing.
Before, in the flying of the Polaris sky, when we see your silhouette in dawn, Pepper, me know your heart stays
I can't
strong.
cap it to 50
You bring a tenderness.
because you get ghosting.
Every star up there reflecting you. Your laughter warm like nebula glow. Your touch guide me where me need.
So one of these has to be turned off. Oh, that's gonna take some time.
And me feel like we belong.
Leave it on.
Every sunrise on the horizon.
That's gonna take some playing with.
Make the universe feel full. Pepper, me open every door.
I have to turn one off individually.
You this shine before. I never knew a love like this before.
Feel it shaking me to the core. Flying high on the Polaris wings. Love arise like cosmic things. Pepper, your heart ablaze tonight. pull me through the golden light. Every depth and every shore, me never knew a love like this before.
Ever hold me tight, squeeze me right, till me step softly on the cabin floor. Only till the end of the night, I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly. I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky. Every mile we glide tonight, bring the sun a little more bright.
Universe aglow with gold,
And our story
gently unfold.
I never knew a love like this before.
Never felt my heart so sure. Up above the clouds we fly, captain of my soul tonight. Guide me through the morning light. Every beat just beg for more. We never knew a love like this before.
Never hold me tight, squeeze me
Till
right.
the sunrise,
Welcome to the HDR vehicle retrieval system.
end of the night, I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly.
I never knew a love like this before.
In the flying of the Polaris sky.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit the
A love like this before. Polaris lights a gentle roll. Pepper, ready for the ride. Gonna shine through the cockpit light. Tonight, turn into forever. When you glide inside the ship tonight, you lift me heart up to the early light. Pepper, every motion sweet and slow, like the stars that pull us where the lovers go.
Welcome to the HDR vehicle retrieval system.
You take your captain seat. You're touching the air, feel warm and neat. And every switch you press in time make me feel the rhythm of your mind. Signals blinking soft and deep.
Your vehicle has been moved to following location. Please visit the
Never felt me spirit lift and soar, flying in the Every star up there reflecting you. Your laughter warm like nebula glow. Your touch guide me where me need to go. Polaris for my tractor song, and me feel like we belong. Every sunrise on the earth make the universe feel full. Pepper me open every door, 'cause me never knew this shine before. I never knew a love like this before. Feel it shaking me to the core. Flying high on the Polaris wings. Love arise like cosmic things. Pepper your heart ablaze tonight. Pull me through the golden light. Every depth and every shore. We never knew a love like this before. Never hold me tight, squeeze me right, till me step softly on the cabin floor. Only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly. I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky. Every mile we glide tonight, bring the sun a little more bright. The universe abloom with gold, and our story gently unfold. I never knew a love like this before. Never felt my heart so sure. Up above the clouds we fly, captain of my soul tonight. Guide me through the morning light. Every beat just beg for more. We never knew a love like this before. Never hold me tight, squeeze me right, till the sunrise, kiss the pilot seat. Only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly. I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky. Man, only you. A love like this before. Fly with you, hurts me. Regular this RTX rap. Female duet.
Man like saxophone riding shotgun.
Sex go over like it already knows the bad news. Crowd noise fades, someone whispers.
Smell that. They said put the headset down, baby, you can fly tonight. But the screen just stared back at me. Said not in life, maybe try again later. Alright, you bought dreams in ultra wide. says P to you only, and the key is locked outside.
Wave one past, wave two gone, wave three waving like carry on. Advocates sipping champagne, backers watching the countdown clock on. You spend 2 grand and tough to wait. That's that immersion, that's fate. By the time VR lands in the PU, there's a newer model on the shelf, high price at the gate.
We are beyond disappointment high. It's sentimental dreams on a shopping site. Not live, not now, not quite. Maybe soon, been lying all night.
We are beyond disappointment high. 6 months minimum, hold on tight.
Don't buy the promise, buy the proof. Patience pays, impulse bites. No. Let me tell you a story real quick, no fiction. 10 years in alpha, still early access addiction. They said finished product, I believe the prediction. Dropped 10 grand on a PC, learned a lifelong lesson. Now history looping like a bugged out mission. VR and to you, that's not full permission. Experimental tag should come with a warning. Do not empty wallet while dopamine forming.
Pimax this, headset that, 2,000 pounds just to look at the menu flat. Can't even use it proper, not live, that's fact. You bought future enjoyment 6 months back.
Sax goes playful, mocking like it's side-eye in the hype. Someone in the background says, wait for coming soon.
Remember Toby, remember the wait. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, new verse, same surprise face there. If you already own it, cool, no shame. Test it when it drops, enjoy the game. But buy it now for P2U joy. That's paying cinema prices to watch the train again.
We are beyond disappointment high. Front row seat to
fiction. 10 years in alpha, still early access addiction. They said finished product, I believe the prediction. Dropped 10 grand on a PC, learned a lifelong lesson. Now history, looping like a bugged out mission. VR and pizza, yo, that's not full permission. It's favorability tag should come with a warning. Do not empty wallet while dopamine forming. Pimax this, heads at that. 2,000 pounds just to look at a menu flat. Can't even use it proper, not live, that's fact. You about future enjoyment, 6 months that.
Sax goes Dave on market like it's side-eye to hype. Someone in the background says, wait for coming soon.
Remember Toby, remember the wait. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, new verse, and surprise face dead. If you already own it, cool, no shade. Test it when it drops, enjoy the game. But buying now for Peter, use joy. That's paying cinema prices to watch the train.
VR, disappointment high. Front row seat to a loading screen night. Prices fall while you hold regret. Receipt long feature, not bad. VR, disappointment high. 6 months later, guess who's right? Newer model, better deal. Same headset, now half the pay. Oh, yeah. Yo.
3,
They say
5.
early adopter, I say early payer. Bank account dinner, excitement delayed. No discount codes, no loyalty crown. Just vibes and a headset sitting boxed on the ground. Spectrum screaming, this is it. Meanwhile, Pooh says, nah, not yet. That ain't investment, that's retail trap. Hike got you down, so
Let's check desync.
Sex plays the chorus melody. Bends notes like it's laughing. Audience already humming.
HDR on. That's good.
we're not
Desync on. Turn it off.
watch the roadmap disappear. So breathe, relax, let the patch notes cook. Don't buy the dream, wait till you can actually look. We are VR, disappointment high. Wait for you, don't swipe tonight. 6 months later, smarter you. Same headset, cheaper too. Think first, laugh later. Star Citizen rewards the patient player.
Welcome to the ASOS Vehicle Retrieval System.
Sax fades out. Raven. Someone whispers. Still it's staring.
I want some breakfast.
Your vehicle has been delivered to
Ah, boy.
Please visit us again. Bye.
Right, so it's steady at 35 frames. Dual GPU. RAM's not bad. Is that in 8K, isn't it? Well, at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, HDR is here to stay. If you've not got the facility, you're not going to know the quality. And this is where Pimax fails. It don't have HDR. So that means it's still SDR. So the only way to use the Dream Air, you need it in lab mode of 160. 64 gigabytes of RAM in conjunction with the 5090. And then you need the iGPU to use it as a display port to cut down the stress of the graphics card. Then you've got the controller blasting heat. I need more RAM. And the reason is because they're streaming OBS. If I've not got enough RAM, it's going to pull from the SSD. So I need the redundancy. What speed is my RAM at? Yeah, 9,200 mega transfer. That's more than enough. 96 gigabytes of RAM. That's gonna cost me an extra 1,000 quid. Not going there. Not until I get the VR. But the Pimax isn't cutting it. Because I'm not going to trade SDR for HDR. It doesn't have it. The Samsung Galaxy is the only one that's going to cut it. It's got its downfalls, but it's got Wi-Fi 7. With my motherboard, it's a direct connection of Wi-Fi 7, so I can still do 8K. 4K per eye. I can't get that until March. Okay, still talking to myself here. So what I need now, a minimum of 96 gigs of RAM. So I need another 48 gigs. See you dim Gear 4. Right, so that should be enough to run even. Well, it's more than enough to run the ARM Galaxy. The Crystal, the Dream Air, I'm not going near it. I'm not willing to sacrifice HDR. HDR, the Samsung's got OLED and HDR. The Crystal doesn't have that. The drawback of the crystal is 90 Hertz. You need 160 Hertz. But without the color, nah.
Grandkids with granny, Christmas all the year.
Efforts take notes, just chill for 12 more.
Next gen takes over, engines start to roar.
Advent swoops down, bad guys running high.
Crew waving from Polaris, filled with
Right, so I've got 8 weeks, 10 weeks left.
when your crew's hardcore. Oh, ho, ho, in the stars we go. Oh, ho, ho, in the stars we go.
So it's £2,000 for the headset and a minimum of another grand for the RAM. That's £3,000 in total.
Feel the gleam. Oh, ho, ho.
Join the fun, feel the cheer. Merry Christmas to the crew, all far and near.
Pepper in the Polaris, captain of the light, flying through the cosmos on this merry night.
Crew singing loud, baseline thumping strong. Everybody vibing loud.
Right, so 32 gigs for the headset.
Shows up, enemies fly away.
Apple try it.
Got 10 gigs left.
Merry Christmas mission, making memories last.
Yours are trying.
20 gigs for the game.
You're the hiding on the table, sneaky little feet.
Space Christmas madness.
And then they've got my AI. That needs at least another 20 gigs. 96 gigs should be enough.
Blinking like lights on the tree.
Even in the void, joy floats and get lead.
Eggnog snacks come aboard.
Ride with us in laughter, never get ignored.
Eggs protected, Ibra's hauling, trying healing too.
Every moment in space.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, ho, ho, in the stars we go. Oh, ho, ho, in the stars we go.
Polaris Hydras have fate steal the show.
Apple try is ready, crew so tight.
I need some information.
Testing, pressing into 3.
Squeeze me tight, feel the joy, set it free. Oh, ho, ho.
Voices loud, spirits high. Merry Christmas in the stars until we touch the sky.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Quick video here about the new update to the transformer model from Nvidia. Now, I woke up
Cocoa, eggnog, snacks come aboard.
With us in laughter, never getting old.
They're protecting others, all in
last night. I forgot completely that Nvidia and all these companies were doing presentations, but actually an actual difference maker for Star Citizen kind of has happened overnight. So Nvidia has announced an update to DLSS 4. They're calling it DLSS 4.5. There's two parts of this. There's the update for the super resolution part of this, and there's also a frame generation update. We're not going to worry about the frame gen stuff. It's actually not out right now, but the DLSS transformer update is available, and so I've been doing some testing. Now, Star Citizen has got an official bit of support now for the transformer model, but the Nvidia app currently won't let you change Star Citizen settings. So in order to do this, I had to uninstall the Nvidia app, install Nvidia Profile Inspector, and then go through and just fiddle with some settings. It's on the screen now. You can see what
What he's actually saying there, if you've got the Nvidia app running and you've got the inspector running, the Nvidia app will update it back to the Nvidia settings, wiping out the inspector. There's two ways you can do this. You can stop the inspector, the Nvidia app from updating. Okay? Now what's the difference between the Nvidia app and the inspector? The Nvidia app, the inspector's got all the latest drivers in there. It's like it's two individual programs. Basically, you've got Windows, you've got Linux. If that makes sense. They're two different operating systems, but do the same things. One's got more than the other. So at the end of the day, is he right when he says uninstall the Nvidia app? Yes, technically. If you can stop the Nvidia app from updating, you can still have it in the background. But if you can't stop it from updating, you have to delete it out completely. But that means it's like learning Linux, because they're both two different operating systems. The difference is Inspector's got all the stuff that you need to run with Star Citizens until Star Citizens do it natively. Now, have I got frame gen 8 times in here? Have I got transformers in here? It will come in when I start messing around with it. I'm just testing the 4.5 setup, but I will tell you straight, the DLSS 4.5, if it runs as its standard, okay, it's 30% less on the performance. Or if you have it equal, the GPU, which you've noticed, is more taxing. So that means it's more stress on your GPU. So now it comes down to balance. I'm running in 8K, I can feel it. But yeah, at the end of the day, Inspector is the NVIDIA app. Use one or the other. Okay? Get familiar with one or the other. If you play lots of different games, well, I'm just getting into Inspector, so I can't say too much, but at the end of the day, I know Inspector works. I can see the difference. I'm not going to show how to install it. You've got other people out there that can show it. Go for Inspector if you want DLSS, but I will tell you straight, it is more taxing on the graphics card. You can hear him out now.
I did, but it's out there on the internet if you want to do this for yourself. But by just going into the game in Star Citizen, you can't currently get this new DLSS model, but it's not hard. Here is what I found. First up, let's take a look at this bit in Northern. Now, this was my major issue with the Transformer model when it first arrived. We had this weird effect. Keep an eye on this left-hand side image, which is the original one. You see these weird kind of movement bits in the smoke, and I think this is something that NVIDIA mentioned, something to do with crushing the dynamic range, maybe, or just the lighting stuff that they've improved. It isn't great, and this was the major downside to the Transformer model when it first came up. The M preset, this new version, this 4.5 DLSS model for super resolution, seems to...
I'm going to cut him right there. What I found out, look up there. You see them double lines? That's how I justify the quality of my graphics. Okay, now I'm at 30 frames per second. I'm going to turn everything off and let it run at full blast. But before I do that, look at, these are the lines you need to look between. I'm at 35 frames, and this is what I mean by it taxes the graphics card. Okay, I'm going to do it in third person, and then I'm going to do it in first person. Then I'm going to maximize the frame rates to about 90 odd. Yeah, you heard right. And I'm going to then do it with desync on, VSync on and VSync off. Okay, now when I'm at full blast, the pleasant is not nice. Okay, 35 frames. You see the double lines. You see the double lines. Okay, I might have to turn my processor down, I don't know. Now I'm going to go and do it with VSync on. Now I don't usually use VSync, but since I'm using this new transformer, I don't have a choice because I get stream tearing. You'll see it when you're looking on the floor. Right, I'm now going to go to full speed on the graphics card.
We celebrate and cheer.
Grandkids with Granny, Christmas all the year.
Chris Roberts take notes. Just chill for 12 more.
Next gen takes over, engines start to roar.
F8 swoops down. Bad guys running high. Crew waving from Polaris, filled with pride.
I just delivers.
If you can see it, it's a lot smoother, but the frame rates ain't going any higher. Oh no, this is not the right place to test it. Scrap that. I can only do this actually in space. Why? Because I'm still on a rock, so the frame rate's high, so there's no point me even showing the difference. It won't work.
Feel the glee, joy upon, feel the cheer. Merry Christmas to the crew all far and near.
As you can see, the frame rates are not even going up.
Cosmos on this merry night.
Crew singing loud, bassline thumping strong.
Everybody vibing, laughing all night long.
Gator is calling, laughter in the bite.
It shows up, enemies fly away.
Apple triage, healing, stats check real fast.
Can I mimic it? I might be able to mimic it right there. No, I can't. It's below 60. I need 60 frames to show it properly.
Space Christmas madness isn't it?
I might be able to do it there.
When we are waving Merry Christmas, dear.
60 frames. 60 frames.
Never get ignored.
Protecting Idris Hall and Triage healing too.
Every moment in space.
Hey, give me back my gun. Can't do it. Well, anyway, I have to turn it down because it's really taxing my graphics. So I'm going back to 35 frames. Basically, it creates a redundancy, giving other applications time to run. But as you can see, that's what you would get at 90 frames a second when you're in space. But if you notice, if you look on the top GPU, it's gone down to 60%. You need the redundancy because you've got other applications running in the background. And this is not a straightforward PC, it's an NVIDIA. Okay, with the iGPU built onto the processor and a 5090. The 5090 is doing the rendering, and the display of the graphics is coming through the iGPU. So there's no pressure on my graphics card. Give me more frames. And that's why I'm able to do 8K. But at the moment, that is horrible. That is horrible. You see, what I'm trying to show you there, if you look on the text is there, you need 160 Hertz to get good quality. This is where Avenger 1 killed, sorry, not mentioning any names. This is where I got no choice. I mentioned Adventure 1 killed the Pimax, but it wasn't quite right, okay? Because the Pimax in lab mode goes to 160 Hertz. You heard right. The Pimax goes to 160 Hertz. If he had done his research properly, he would have found the lab mode. And yes, he was right when he upgraded his graphics card to 5090, and he upgraded his RAM to 30 to 64 gigs. I knew this months before it came out. I told Pimax this at the end of the day. Nobody listened. Okay, why? Because to get the true quality from the Pimax doesn't work on 16 gigs. It needs 32 gigs. Then you've got Star Citizens. It needs 20 from a minimum of 20 gigs. So when you add it all together, it's touching 64 gigs. But if you're running other programs, you need 128 gigs. I'm running the AI. I need 128 gigs. Most players don't use AI, but I do. So I would need 128 gigs at 9,200 mega transfer. Most of the guys out here are using 6,000 mega transfer. It's too slow. Why is it too slow? Because everything has to go through the RAM. The processor, the graphics card, and the SSD has to share the RAM. Okay? That's the reasons why. So when you put that pressure on the RAM, it starts dropping. Now with the SSD is also another problem. Nobody's using RAID. You need to use RAID. I'm not going through the explanation about RAID loses all your files. It's rubbish. It's not true, because you can do RAID 5 over RAID 0. What that means is, if you've got RAID 5, it secures your disk. If your disk breaks down, the RAID 5 repairs the RAID 0 and puts it back intact. What does this mean? You got 3 times the speed. You got 3 times the memory for the same price. Technically, I've been doing RAID and this is hardware RAID, not software RAID. And you'll notice something else. There is no stutters. I've got 6 SSDs in this. 3 of them in Gen 5 and 3 of them in Gen 4. Anyway, let's get back to our friend. Let him talk.
Basically completely remove this. So again, keep an eye maybe here. See on the left hand side, you can see, and up in the kind of ceiling area here, you can see all the kind of lighting, the shadows, the smoke, all combines for this weird movementy thing. Keep an eye up there. You can see it along the side there. Things up there, it all just goes a bit weird. And you to keep an eye on the right hand side. Keep an eye up in the ceiling here. There's nothing. It's gone basically with this new model. Keep an eye on the right hand side again as we go through this opening section. One on the left. Even when you come out the door, you can see some weird movement there on that door. Keep an eye on the right. All that stuff that we saw before in the ceiling is just gone, and so it's just a big plus. Basically, it's another improvement towards image quality that you get with NVIDIA cards. And again, we can talk about wanting FSR4 for similar levels of image quality from AMD, but that's not on the cards yet. But this is another kind of minor improvement, I'd say, from the NVIDIA side. And then in our normal test area for this, area 18, the Globe Art Corp, on the left we've got the new M preset doing DLAA, so that's just anti-aliasing. There's no upscaling going on here. It's kind of like a baseline image. And then we've got the old CNN model first up on the quality setting, which upscales it from 1440p to 4K. Then we've got the K preset, which was the old transformer model, again going from 1440p, the quality setting. And then we've got the new latest 4.5 super resolution update, the M preset, going from 1440p. And then the same the CNN, and then the K preset, and then the P preset of the transformer, all up from 1080p. And again, if you maybe didn't see that last video, just to highlight the image quality boost between CNN and the transformer model, you can see in these grates, effectively on the left, this is the kind of best case scenario, but then you can see that when you introduce the CNN model, you get a lot kind of more blurriness and a lot less sharpness in here. That's much improved when you go to either the K model or the M model of the transformer model. So looking good. And then probably also say that upscaling from 1080p on either the K preset or the M preset of the transformer model still look significantly better than the old CNN model. You would make the argument, I think, that they look better, these two look better than the old CNN model upscaled from 1440p. So that's where we're at. The thing that I would like to show you here is the thing that I pointed out in the last video about the graphics menu. In the last video, we pointed out that the K preset, the transformer model, the old transformer model preset, it struggled in this particular part of it. This advertisement for, I think it's a drink called Fizz. There you go. All these bubbles falling down. If you look at the left-hand side, you can see that that is basically perfect. They all actually look circular. It's quite sharp. There's no upscaling going on here, and it looks pretty good. And then as you go across, we see different artifacting problems and sharpness problems. So again, the old CNN model is pretty, again, just lacking in sharpness from 1440p or from 1080p. Worse at 1080p. It's very kind of blurry, smeary. But the K model we found doesn't look that great. So if you pause the image, these circles aren't looking so circular. At 1440p it's not that bad, but there's definitely looks like some ghosting coming around it up here. It all looks a bit of a mess, again, compared to the best case scenario, and actually even compared to the old CNN model. The old CNN model doesn't look great, but it hasn't got this issue where the circles are kind of all warping all over the place. Then when you look at the K model, when you upscale from 1080p, it's even worse. It's a real mess. You look at these, they're supposed to be circles, as we see on the left here, but in the old transform model, the K preset, they're not circles at all, and there's quite a lot of ghosting going on here, and it's a bit of a mess. But Nvidia, with this update, I think have made some fairly decent improvements. So I wouldn't say it's perfect, but if you keep your eye on this one on the right hand side here, the new transform model, DLSS 4.5, the super resolution update that they've given us, I would say it's not as garbled, and this might be stuff they talked about, motion stuff and particle stuff in their press releases, but again, as it pauses there, you can really see how, I'll pause it manually, it really is quite a mess compared to the original image. I would say that the new transform model is a step up. It has improved things, and so the two major issues I had in Star Citizen, that kind of thing in the kind of shadows and the smoke that we looked at in Lawville, and then this was the other thing I'd spotted, well, they're kind of mostly improved. So this is just overall pretty good news for anybody who's using DLSS in Star Citizen. Now the key bit is obviously that it's not kind of officially in Star Citizen right now. In order to access this extra bit of image quality, you effectively have to, like I said, go and faff around with the NVIDIA Profile Inspector and do things that most people, I don't think, probably want to do. The good news though is that CIG have got transformer model support in the game. It's obviously in the menu. You can switch between the CNN and the transformer model. So in theory, all this is really going to take is for CIG just to update from preset K to preset M in an upcoming patch. I mean, will it be in the next patch? I don't know, but there's not really any reason why it wouldn't be. It's not going to be a support problem, I don't think. So hopefully CIG will just update this, and everybody who's running DLSS will be able to just switch straight across. And overall, I was surprised. Again, I woke up and I'd forgotten that this was even happening. CS was on, and so this is another step forward in image quality in terms of upscaling. And not everybody will want to use upscaling, but if you are relying on upscaling to get your graphics card to perform well, and especially when you think about the kind of cloud settings, by using some upscaling you can really drop the overall resolution, but then you can crank the cloud. So there is perks to do this, especially in Star Citizen. So yeah, good news, fair play Nvidia, like unexpected bonus.
Okay, before we're going in, oh, what happened there?
For
Ah, I've lost him.
And here they are, the Pimax Dream.
I lost him. Just give me, I'll find him. Basically, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get his name so you can go to his YouTube and get the full details.
The true next-gen XR glasses from Vitcher.
I've got problems.
Today I get a
Quick video here about the new.
What his name is, £10.40. Yeah, £10.42. Just stream him, okay? He's technical. He can explain in such a way. Alright? He does the technical side. But if you're going to use a transformer and the new 4.what they call it is taxing on your graphics card, so you're going to have to downscale your graphics card to be able to use it, unless you've got certain things in place for redundancy, and that is what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to create the redundancy, and the redundancy at the moment is the RAM. You need the RAM at over a certain speed. Okay, everybody's using RAM at the moment 6,000 mega transfer because it's got about over a certain amount. It doesn't cut it. You need over 9,000 mega transfer, okay, for Gen 5, and then you've got to be able to cool the RAM, and then you've got to run it in gear 4 to take the pressure off the processors. There's a heck of a lot going on in these new, what they call it. Then you've got the 5090. But anybody who's using the Intel, you need to get a motherboard that's got a display port so you can run it like SLI dual. If you look to the top right, you'll see I'm running 2 graphics cards, an iGPU and the 5090. The iGPU is just for this display port, okay, and the GPU is for the rendering. And you will find out I am in 8K and I'm only using less than 400 watts on my main graphics card. This will stop your PC from catching fire. But this PC was built for Star Citizens, okay, and it's not AMD, it's 100% Intel.
You are clear to leave.
Take off.
That's at 35 frames per second and it seems like it's running at 90. That's because I'm running 2 GPU. One's doing something and the other's doing something else. It's so bloody smooth. When I come out from Pyro, I will turn the settings back up.
Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Reasons why I like to run 8K. because 8K can compress it to 4K, and that makes 4K better than the standard 4K because you've got more detail. Why do I like HDR? HDR is got the full color palette, okay? SDR is like black and white with OLED on top dimming the black and white lights. But when you've got OLED and HDR, you've got the full palette, and that's why I think using the Pimax Crystal is a bit washed out, because it's still HD SDR. I really wanted the SDR, I mean the Pimax, but just because it's not got the OLED in, the HDR in there, I don't want it because it's dark, there's no colours, you don't see the colours. But like I said earlier, one of our streamers said he's not going to get the Pimax because he wants to play in 160 Hz plus, which is right, but he didn't know.
Your vehicle is blocking a critical path. Please clear the...
Oh please, please. I gotta go back for repairs. Something's gone wrong. I wasn't paying attention. I need to go back for repairs. Yeah, as I was saying, the Pimax Crystal, I think it was a little bit too hard in it. Yes, I know he's a hardcore player. I'm a hardcore in different ways, okay? But the lab mode is 160 Hz, and you need a super PC like what we've got already to play that. The only reason why I won't get the Pimax Crystal, yeah, it's small, it's light, okay, like the Mega Nex, which is what we want, but it's not got HDR, and it's not wireless. Now you might think, well, wireless at the end of the day, there's latency, there's lag, and all the rest of it. No, it's not. Wi-Fi 7 on a direct link to your motherboard, like what I've got, the AI tops, will cut down the latency down to 1 to 2 milliseconds instead of 4 milliseconds. Then because of that, you've also got Wi-Fi 7, which is a lot better than Wi-Fi 6. I mean, it's a lot better than Wi-Fi 6. Okay? Now, secondly, all the Star Citizens fans, or fanboys, whatever you want to call it, we're all running for cable. But Star Citizens is not a sit-down cockpit game. It's not. What do I mean by that? This is what I mean. This is the other side to Star Citizens. It's like a shoot 'em up. This is what's going to be coming next. And with wireless, if you've seen the portal, you can go into your back garden. Okay? Yeah, you heard right. And you are totally immersed with the game. That's another drawback with the Crystal or Pimax. That's why it's put me off. I want the Pimax because it's top class at the end of the day in its graphics, its resolution, its hertz, the whole lot. But certain things it needs for the future of Star Citizens. Okay, it needs HDR. All right. That's right. That hurts my eyes. That's, well, anyway, I've got HDR. You guys wouldn't see the difference, so I can see. But that's what it is. It's a lot more to it than that. It's more taxing on the graphics card. But if you've not got HDR, you will not see the quality. Okay, here is another example of the difference of HDR and SDR. Just let me put my SDR back. This is going to blow your mind. That's SDR. If you've got HDR, you'll see the colors and they come out. Remember, I'm using my TV monitor. And if you can't see the difference, go and get something in your house that's got color in it. Alright? And put it against your TV on an SDR monitor. And you will see that the SDR is not color. The colors don't pop. Star Citizens is about pretty graphics, immersion and colors. SDR, well, get Arm and Air Freshener, anything that's got a bit of color, put it towards your TV and you'll see the contrast difference. And it makes sense. The Pimax doesn't have HDR. Alright? The Sony has HDR, but it's wired. The Apple Vision Pro has SDR and HDR. The Samsung also has HDR and SDR. And with that you will get the total immersion of the colors. But you see, these guys, they don't do the research properly. They copy what everybody else is saying and they miss the fact. HDR OLED is the way forward for Star Citizens. Guaranteed fact. But if you are using the Nvidia app, I'm not using the Nvidia, I'm using the ITPU. You see those lights there? On your red you get bleed over. I'm not getting bleed over because I'm using the ITPU to display the graphics. So there's less bleed over. If I was going through the Nvidia, I will get bleed over on the red. That's those things here. Can you see where I'm coming from? That's more natural light. In SDR, it's washed out. That's why you got QLED at the end of the day. But and then you've got micro, what they call it. Basically what I'm trying to say is, alright, if you're going to spend £2,000 on a headset, you have two choices. Get what everybody's saying, the Pimax Crystal. It's not HDR. Get something that's got a bit of colour towards it, put it towards your TV, and you'll see the colours are fake. If you've got HDR and you're looking at a HDR screen with colours and you put them colours towards it, you will see exactly what I'm saying. This is the only reasons why I'm not going to get the Pimax Crystal. The Pimax Crystal will have no choice. In its next thing next year, they will go HDR. They will go HDR without a shadow of a doubt when they understand the complexity of it. But let's get back to the Samsung Galaxy and the Apple Vision Pro. Who the hell is going to spend £4,000 on the Apple Vision Pro? Exactly. You're not going to, full stop. You're not. Alright? It makes sense. You're not going to spend £4,000. And secondly, the Apple Vision Pro is only Wi-Fi 6, so it can't do 4K natively. This is where the Samsung can do 4K because it's Wi-Fi 7. It can, and if you've got the right motherboard, it's a direct link. And with the Wi-Fi 7, you've got the freedom, right? When Star Citizens implements all these things, you can move around in your back garden and not be sat down to your cockpit seat. Okay, so you tell me now, you got the Apple Vision, you got the Samsung, well, use the Samsung Galaxy, forget about the Apple Vision Pro, no one can spend £4,000, forget it, end of story. You got the Apple Vision, you got the Samsung, and you got the Pimax. You got two for the price of one. So basically, you've only got one thing with the Crystal. You can only sit in your cockpit and fly around all day for 2,000 quid, £1,500 if you want to argue the point. You can do the same thing with the Samsung, but because it's wireless, you can take it off. But it's got a lot more things for that for Star Citizen. But remember, the Samsung is not native to it's not native because it's not got Toby in there. Okay, but if you're using the Apple, if you're using the Quest, you got no problems. I would have the Samsung in here right now today, but in this country it's not in here, and I'm not going to send it abroad for it. Okay, because of the warranty and stuff that will go wrong. Now with the Galaxy, it's uncomfortable. It's bloody uncomfortable to what I've seen over the forehead. But there are mods now coming out. Okay, and when that comes out, I will be using it. And yes, at the end of the day, it's a good set. It's got its drawbacks. The Pimax is the right headset for Star Citizens, okay, but it's missing two important features to make it the perfect headset: HDR and Wi-Fi. Even if you don't want to use the Wi-Fi, it's there, and it's got to be Wi-Fi 7. Okay, those three things will make the Pimax and the Air the best headset out there. And let's get one thing straight, I can't remember the guys what they call it. It's detachable. Now I actually, when I looked at their Dream Air, it was bloody expensive. Okay, I'm going to use their currency, $2,300. Okay, that is more expensive than the Samsung Galaxy. Okay, but for eye tracking, all the controllers and all of this, that is expensive. And it's not got Wi-Fi in there, it's not got HDR in there. It's expensive for what it is. And at the end of the day, I still don't believe that the Dream Air is that much better than the Samsung, because it's got the same field of view. Technically, they just swap around the lenses. I want the Pimax, okay, but it's not got what I want in there. That's the only thing. I want HDR. I will not settle for anything that's not got HDR in it. It's just like Adventure 1 is not settling for the Pimax because it's 90 Hz. He didn't know lab mode does 160 Hz. He's got the 5090 graphics card. He's using AMD, but he needs Intel to run it to its full potential. He needs his RAM at over 9,000 mega transfer. He needs over 120 gigs of RAM for future proof. And without all of that, he cannot run the Pimax Dream Air to its full potentials. of what he wants it for. When I first saw the headset, I told everybody in the Discord channels that 32 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of RAM would not cut it. Alright, it would not. And then Adventure came out and he realized he had to upgrade his RAM, but it got the wrong speed, and that's why he had latency issues. I'm not mocking him, because remember, at the end of the day, you need these streamers to show you what you're paying for. Okay, so you don't waste all this money. So there's no point you mocking Adventure 1, Star Citizen, whatnot, because remember, Pimax, Samsung, all these companies are trying to sell their sets, and they're not going to tell you the drawbacks. And is it easy for you to send it back? No, it's not. They will find some fault. Okay, but remember, VR is what everybody wants to go forward. But if you don't look at the negatives with the positives, you'll be buying a brick. Now at the end of the day, I repeat again, the Pimax Crystal is the way forward. Alright, if you understand it. But it does not have Wi-Fi. You need Wi-Fi in there because you need the freedom of movement. You need Wi-Fi 7 in there. Okay, Star Citizens, I'm not talking about Flight Simulator, FS this and FS that. It's a sit down cockpit game. Star Citizen is not a sit-down cockpit game. It's a first-person shooter. It's a cockpit game. It's a racing car game. It's got everything in there. So when these streamers come out from another game, they don't know this, and they're using their joypad. They're using their mobile phones. Star Citizens, if you want to play Star Citizens, you need the best of the best. Now, you might... Okay, I'm going to show you something else. I use the Thunderbolt joysticks. Alright? Now, there is no other joysticks that I know, well, I can't say because technology's moved on. I have 8 firing modes on my joysticks. Okay? I don't like shooting my own ship. Oh, no, I don't need to. Wait a minute. No, I'm going to show you something. Just give me a minute. Now you're going to agree with this. Look at all your joysticks, alright? And you tell me at the end of the day, can your joystick do what my joysticks does? Alright? I am using Thunderbolt. Okay? And it's got 8 firing modes. 8. Between the two of 16 different firing modes, but I'm using 8. And people say, well, do this. No, because when you're playing a fast motion game like this, it's like driving a car. You're not going to take your hands off the steering wheel. Okay? You're not. Oh, and also one other thing, finger tracking is also very important. Although it's not native in Star Citizens like it used to be. I'm going to get shot here. This is bad news. Right, look at my joysticks. Look very carefully. Alright, and look how they swap around. That's 1 fire mode. That's 2 fire mode. That's 3 fire mode. That's 4 fire mode. That's 6 fire mode. That's 7 fire mode. 8 fire modes. Alright? And that is done with the Thunderbolt joysticks. I'm sorry I've not got my webcam on. You will see I'm not flapping around with anything. It's fluent. It's native. Okay? Now this is the Thunderbolt joysticks, okay? And this is the fire modes I've been using. And with that you got sustained fire. What the hell is sustained fire? You need it now. This is sustained fire. Look at me, what they call it. You're not running out of buckshots. This will stop your shields from overcharging. That's sustained fire. Constant sustained fire. Now look how long that went for. I could increase it, but you've got the idea. Alright? You've got the idea. And guess what? I need more shields on this.
Shields online.
I'm going to increase the firepower. Alright, watch. Look to the left top. And the badge repeaters need to roughly be about 60, depending on the timings. That is sustained fire, okay, of the best of the best. We all got our limitations on what we want out of the game. That doesn't mean you must rush out tomorrow and go buy a £2,000 headset. I mean, Pimax. You see, we've all got our expectations in the game. When I first got this, I always wanted the F8 Lightning to put in my Polaris before it came out. I waited years. I wanted the Exec Edition. I waited years. Basically, what I'm saying at the end of the day, it's an expensive hobby. You can run the gate Star Citizens for £1,000, 500 quid. My Star Citizen setup is over 50 odd grand. And seriously, with the Samsung, it's not the one I actually want, it's the closest to what I want. But if I sit down there waiting, I'll never get a headset.
Engines off. All systems offline.
And before you know it, I'll tell you straight, the Dream Air is modular like the Crystal. Why? Because everything can be stripped off it. All it is just taking off the armbands and all the legs and all the rest of it. That's what I like about the Pimax. It's modular at the end of the day, but they're not exploring it properly because it's all new tech. Oh, that's what was wrong. And they do, and remember, Pimax makes a lot of empty promises. What I mean by that, they've got all these good ideas. The stuff takes years to come out. And with me, with the latest PC, when their tech comes out, my PC is old. So I'm never able to use it to its full potentials. And that's another reason why I'm very skeptical with the Pimax. Example, I've always wanted the Pimax 12K. Always. 4 years ago. Why? Because it was wireless. Yes, it comes out with wireless, but like I said, they show you all these images. It's like Star Citizen when it first came out. When I first came to Star Citizens, they were showing pictures like this. It wasn't, they weren't ships, they were photographs. And I went out buying a landscape thinking the ship's in the bloody game. They hadn't even created the ship, they haven't even made the ship. The first ship I saw them do that with was the Pioneer. Oh, that is brilliant. 5 years ago. So I went and bought it, only to find out it had no interior, it wasn't even a ship. It was just a picture of a landscape. This is a ship, okay? Look how long this came out. And you bought it. And that is, they didn't do that with just the Pioneer. They did it with the Kraken. Until I caught on about the landscape. Yes, the ships will be out, but how many people spent thousands of pounds on a game 5 years later and they've got to move on? And then CIG treats everybody like kids. You're trying to fund the game. No, not exactly, because people will not throw that type of money away if they understood what they were paying for. Empty promises. The game will finish. The ships will come out. The question is when. I've been playing the game 8 years now. And I ain't looking to play another game because I spent the money. And what I first came into, what I'm looking at now, I say to myself, oh my god. Who remembers the days 1080p and you couldn't get over 5 frames per second? Hey, I've got this capped by the way, alright? If you don't believe me, I'll show you, it's capped. But it's still capped, but I mean what they call it. But you get where I'm coming from, 35 frames. This is how far it's come on. 8K graphics, HDR, true immersion. You're a pilot, you're a bridge commander, whatever you want to be. It's all down to your imagination. And that's why I say Star Citizens is the best game that was ever created, in my illusion. Don't treat you in the way, when they know you've got something, they want to jump in the bandwagon. And you got CIG at the end of the day. They're very pleasant people, okay, I've met quite a few of them, but at the end of the day, anyway, we won't get going into that. Star Citizens is a bloody good game, okay, look at that. But you've got to know what you're paying for and how much you want to spend. I watch all the streamers and I listen to them, but one thing I will say, there's no point you condemning a streamer like Morphologists and all them. Yeah, I like to take the piss, I will always take the piss. What I mean is, if you didn't have content creators and streamers like them, you would not know what you're getting in the game and whatever it is. Whether they're right or wrong, the point is they're opening your eyes. Okay, they're only human, they make mistakes. We all make mistakes, not intentionally, but if it weren't because of them people, you wouldn't know what you're getting. Look at Cameron. Okay, I'm in his Discord, I'm in there all the time. Okay, he's toxic, but the thing is, he shows you comparisons. He shows you what the game's supposed to be. Okay, these new guys don't know, and then you remember all these things. Yeah, he's right. Where's all these paints? Where's all these things? He's right. But the way he goes about it at the end of the day, you're not happy. But at the end of the day, if you didn't have him, you'd be spending hours, you'd be spending money, wasting time that you have not got. There's a lot of streamers out there. They got this guy there, this African guy. I'm going to take the piss out of him. He's got some big fuck off lips. I nicknamed him Quante Kinte. I'm going back to the roots there. Big lips, and he just goes on stupid. But it's hilarious. But he's there to show the newcomers what the game's all about. Does he know anything about the game? No, he does not. If you want to know the truth. But he tickles me every fucking time I hear him. I just have to laugh. Yeah, me ba 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 ba. I'm not putting him down, but look at the funny side. And just because of that, all of you guys are now going to go on the stream and you're going to watch his stream and you're going to see these big fuck off flames on him there with this big whopper is what they call it. You're going to take the piss out of him. But the point is, he tickles you, but you're learning something from him. That's what you don't understand. And if it weren't because of him, you wouldn't know. Whoa, you wouldn't know this shit. I've got company.
System off. Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
You bought dreams in ultra wide, paid premium for the ride, but the door says P2.
Engines off. Docking request.
I like taking the piss, but it's not to insult people. I take the piss out myself. I take the piss out Yo's every day. I take the piss out Little Miss. It's all banter, it's all humour. The game would be boring otherwise. I take the piss out of everybody. Even Disco Lando. Even, what's his bloody name again? The creator of Star Citizen. I can't remember his freaking name. Oh my word. You know who I'm talking about. It's all fun at the end of the day. It's when you get personal, then it's not fun. It's when you're destroying other people's property, it's not fun. Okay? Chris Roberts is his name. Even the gingerhead guy. You know what I mean? I take the piss out of everybody. But there's a way to go about it. But remember, you need these content creators. Look at Space Team Ito. You know what I mean? All them, I take the piss out of them. Oh, I forgot. I knew there was somebody on my ship. That's because they're being gabbing. And I forgot to close the doors. Now, As I said, I am a content creator and I am a streamer. And I'm being stream sniped. And the worst thing about it is I can't log out, okay, because he's on the ship. But I can confuse the hell out of him. He is watching me on stream, okay, but he can't kill me. You see, when you play Perma Death, you learn certain things. And in Perma Death you don't die in the game. How could he incapacitate me? How's that possible? Now he's running straight to the ship. That's because I'm being stream sniped. What he's going to do now, he's going to incapacitate the bed. But there is other ways around this. I want to know how is he able to shoot me inside the F8 Lightning? Now what happened there is because I was streaming and I forgot to shut the doors. That comes on the stream sniping. But at the end of the day, that's not down. Where am I? That's down to me not taking normal safety precautions. Yeah, Roger Yoza, I knew that on the med bed, but don't forget, like I says, I wasn't actually playing the game. I was streaming, I was commentating. The problem was, I came out and I was in the red light area and my doors was open. There were 16 beds, he was a stream sniper. But that's not the point at the end of the day. Now you know the reasons why they have another ship on the what they call it. I'm stuck. Anyway, morning Yoza. I'm sorry, I'm getting double distraction here again. Now I'm getting a bit stressed. Yeah, sorry there, Yoza. Yes, I know all about that, about the meds on the bed. But the problem was, at the end of the day, I was commentating. I wasn't doing roleplay. I was actually talking about what they call it, and a couple of things. You know what? You yeah, let's put it another way. I'm not good at multitasking, but all of a sudden, like I says, everything came. Not everybody's getting up and whatnot.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
And that's another reason why I don't have nobody on my friends list. Because when you're a streamer and a commentator, you do come down to string sniping. But remember, at the end of the day, it's all part of the game. You have to protect yourself. You have to have security. You have to have this. It's just like a newsreader when going into the third world. If you don't have the proper safety things, you will die. So there's no point blaming anybody else or whatnot. Protect yourself. But today, like I said, I wasn't doing roleplay. I was mainly doing what's his name? But you know something? If I had certain things on that ship, I'd be pissed.
Not a problem. Another shuttle will be along shortly. At Oris Skyway shuttle service, more flights means less worries. Providing connections to all major planets.
And remember, I could have got away when I got in the ship. I could have got away, but I chose not to. I'm just still trying to work. I know it's bugs. How the hell was he able to kill me inside the F8 Lightning? I have to look that up actually. I didn't know about that bug.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
What ship should I get out now? I will take out the Apollo.
Select your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Engines are on. Takeoff complete.
Let me say it has been a real pleasure to assist you during your visit to Orison, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Have a great day.
When me glide into the deep space night, stars them shimmer like them know me right. You call me name to the coming tight, baby. Your signal warm up me flight.
Girl, the way you steer it, move me soul. You turn coastal lakes into paradise.
Landing gear
Your
raised.
presence blaze like a solar flare. Every beat of the old tell me you're there.
Girl, lift me high where the comets flame. Higher than quantum drive, carry me away. Or never know space love sweet so short.
Till we open every hidden door.
Hold me tight, squeeze me right. Only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris. Strong as I can fly. I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky.
We never know flight like this before. Baseline rumbling, begging for more. Socks line kissing we through the core. Baby, we blazing like meteor. Every swirl of nebula call your name. Your outline glow in the cockpit flame. Girl, your voice sweeter than starlight breeze. You settle the turbulence, put me at ease.
Why when you lock in the throttle deep, me heart skip tempo, me chest low sleep. Your hands steady strong like the mountain spine. Lying beside you feel divine.
Star roads open when our souls combine. Gravity bend when your heart need mine. From Crusader moves to
Drive is now on.
turning space into paradise.
Stack scares around the last world. Testing one more time. Baby, me loving perfect right.
Hear your voice cut through the storm. You pull alone, keep the cockpit warm.
Zero G twist, we side by side in your orbit, middle of the light.
Song solo long, silky rising, never that atmosphere it born.
Hold me tight, squeeze me right, only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can fly. I never knew a love like this before. In the flying of the Polaris sky.
Me drift cross planets with you in tune. Your breath on the mic like a desert moon. Even pirates hiding in a street shade can't shake the bond that we both made.
You are the reason me engines on your love. It's sweeter than nebula rum.
If trouble rise in the starboard view, I'll shield this hull just to fly with you.
Baby, we listen through the night so bright. You bend the elbow and you hold me tight. Every jump point sparkle when you're near. Space gets sweeter when you appear.
Touch me soul in the vacuum deep. Turn cold white warm like lovers keep. Let the rhythm guide our cosmic flight. Two hearts drumming through endless night.
Sex into the drum. Hold me tight, squeeze me right, only till the end of the night. I am supplying the Polaris, strong as I can.
Yeah, I've been discording a minute there, yo, so I'm just making some breakfast there, yeah. I forgot to have it on. No, but actually I was working on the oh god, what do you call that? The DLSS. I want to look at this 6 frames, blah blah. I don't think I've got that in, but like I said yesterday, it's very taxing on the GPU. But the sad thing is, because I took out the Nvidia app, I cannot see those frames.
Auto drive is now off.
I think I'll go do some salvaging now, but like I said, I'm being stream sniped. It cost me 400,000. Huh? Alright, okay. I'm all over the bloody show. I took the wrong ship out. I should have took the Pisces out. Or the Aurora. Well, according to the time, he couldn't have gone very far.
Polaris lights a gentle roll. Pepper heart up to the early light. Pepper, every motion sweet and slow, like the stars that pull us where the lovers go. You take your captain seat. You're touching the air, feel warm and neat. And every switch you press in time make me feel the rhythm of your mind. Signals blinking soft and deep, like love waking from a long, long sleep. Pepper,
years in alpha, still early access addiction. They said finished product, I believe the prediction. Dropping grand on a PC, learned a lifelong lesson. Now history looping like a bugged out mission. VR and BTU, that's not full permission. Experimental tag should come with a warning. Do not empty wallet while dopamine forming.
Pimax's headset that 2,000 pounds just to look at the menu flat. Can't even use it proper, not live, that's fact. You bought future enjoyment 6 months back.
Sax goes playful, mocking like it's side-eye in the hype. Someone in the background says, wait for coming soon.
Remember Toby, remember the way. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, new verse, same surprise face there. If you already own it, cool, no shame. Test it when it drops, enjoy the game. But buy it now for P2U joy. Let's pay in cinema prices. Watch the trailer again.
We are beyond disappointment hype. Front row seat to a loading screen night. Prices fall while you hold regret. Receipt long, feature not met.
We are beyond disappointment hype. 6 months later, guess who's right? Newer model, better deal. Same headset, now half the price.
It's the early adopter, I say early payer. Bank account thinner, excitement delayed. No discount codes, no loyalty crown. Just vibes and a headset sitting boxed on the ground.
Spectrum screaming, this is it. Meanwhile, Pew says, nah, not yet. That ain't investment, that's retail trap. Hype got you dancing while patience nap.
Sax plays the chorus melody, bends notes like it's laughing. Audience already humming it again.
When I'm mad, we've just been here. We've watched the roadmap disappear. So breathe, relax, let the patch notes cook. Don't buy the dream, wait till you can actually look.
We are beyond disappointment hype. Wait for Q, don't swipe tonight. 6 months later, smarter you. Same headset, cheaper too.
Think first, laugh later. Star Citizen rewards the patient player.
Slikes the dough. Wait for someone whispers. Still them dumb. Someone whispers. Still experimenting. Reggae lovers rock X rap. Female the word. Mara up for riding shotgun. Sex goes wah wah like it already knows the bad news. Crowd noise fades, someone whispers. Let's spin entry.
They said, put the headset on, baby, you can fly tonight. But the screen just stared back at me. Said not in life, maybe try again later, alright. You bought dreams in ultra wide, paid premium for the ride. But the door says PT only, and the key is locked outside.
Wave 1 pass, wave 2 gone, wave 3 waving like carry on. Advocate sipping champagne, backers watching the countdown clock yawn. You spend $2,000 just to wait. That's not immersion, that's fake. By the time VR lands in the peak, there's a new model on the shelf of We are VR, disappointment, pride. It's so they make two dreams on a shopping site. Not live, not now, not quite. Maybe soon be lying all night.
We are beyond disappointment high. 6 months minimum. Hold on tight. Don't buy the promise, buy the proof. Patience pays. Impulse buys.
Yo, let me tell you a story. Real quick, no fiction. 10 years in now, for still early access addiction. They said finished product. I believe the prediction. Dropped and run on a PC. Learned a lifelong lesson. Now history looming like a bugged-out mission. Beyond NPT2, that's not full condition. Expecting up to charge should come with a warning. Do not empty wallet while dopamine forming. Keep access. Headset that. 2,000 pounds just to look at a menu flat. Can't even use it proper, not live. That's fact. You want future enjoyment.
Back shots pray for again, like it's side-eye in the high. Someone in the background says, wait for comments.
Remember COVID, remember the wait. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, humor, same surprise face stare. If you already own it, pull no shame. Delivering drops, enjoy the game. But buying now for me take you joy. Not paying cinema prices to watch the trailer again. We are beyond disappointment, right?
Front seat to a loading screen night. Prices more on your own regret. Receipt long, feature not met. We are beyond disappointment high. 6 months later, guess who's right? Newer model, better deal.
Welcome to Roleplay Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Think accounting or excitement till later. No discount codes, no loyalty from just vibes and a headset sitting boxed on the ground. Spectrum screaming, this is it. Meanwhile, Pew says, nah, not yet. Nothing investment, that's retail trap. Hype got to dancing while patience now.
Sax plays the chorus, melody bends notes, laugh is laughing. Audience already humming it again.
We not mad, we just been here. We watched the roadmap disappear. So breathe, relax, let the patch notes cook. Don't buy the dream, wait till you can actually look. We are beyond disappointment type. Wait for Pew, don't swipe tonight. 6 months later, smart are you? Same headset, cheaper too.
Think first, laugh later. Star Citizen rewards the patient player.
Sax plays out. Wait for it. Someone whispers. Still experimental.
We are VR. Disappointment high. Reggae robbers, rocket trap. Feel library. Motherboard. Saxophone, I in shotgun. Sax go on like it already.
This is what I mean.
Crowd noise fades, someone whispers. Excuse.
It's too taxing on the graphics card.
Headset on, baby, you can fly tonight. But the screen just stared back at me. Said, not in life, maybe try again later. Alright, you bought dreams and ultra wide. Paid premium for the ride. But the door says pizza only. And the key is locked outside.
Wave 1 pass, wave 2 gone, wave 3 waving like carry on. Advocates sipping champagne, backers watching the countdown clock yawn. You spent $2 just to wait. That's not immersion, that's fate. By the time Via lands in the pew, there's a newer model on the shelf, off price at the gate.
We are VR disappointment hype. Estate iffy dreams on a shopping site. Not right, not now, not quite. Maybe
It's
soon
janky.
and all night. We are VR disappointment hype. 6 months minimum hold on
60.
tight. Don't buy the promise, buy the proof. Patience pay.
60.
Impulse buy.
Let me tell you a story, real quick, no fiction. 10 years in alpha, still early access addiction. They said finished product, I believe the prediction. Dropped 10 grand on the
V-Sync.
PC, learned a lifelong lesson. Now history, looping like a bugged out mission. VR and pizza, yo, that's not full permission. Experimental tag should come with a warning. Do not empty wallet while dopamine forming. Pimex this, headset that. 2,000 pounds just to look at a menu flat. Can't even use it proper, not live, that's fact. You about future enjoyment, 6 months flat.
Sax goes Dave from mocking like it's side-eye to hype. Someone in the background says wave 4 coming soon.
Remember Toby, remember the wait. Version 4 was cool, version 5 was great. Years went by before people cared. Same song, new verse, same surprise face stared. If you already own it, cool, no shade. Test it when it drops, enjoy the game. But buying now for Peter, you joy. That's paying cinema prices to watch
It needs V-Sync. Right, so put the V-Sync back on. Lower the frame rates. Back to 35.
They say early adopter, I say early payer. Bank account thinner, excitement delayed. No discount codes, no loyalty crown. Just vibes and a headset sitting boxed on the ground. Spectrum screaming, this is it. Meanwhile, Pooh says, nah, not yet. That ain't investment, that's retail trap. Hype got you dancing while patience naps.
Sax plays the chorus melody, bends notes like it's laughing. Audience already humming it again.
We're not mad, we just been here.
V-Sync off.
So breathe, relax, let the patch notes cook. Don't buy the dream, wait till you can actually look. We are VR disappointment high. Wait for Pew, don't swipe tonight. 6 months later, smarter you. Same headset, cheaper too. Think first, laugh later. Star Citizen rewards the patient player.
V-Sync on.
Sax fades out. Someone whispers. Still it's stared and turned. We are VR disappointment, right? At least 6 months. Reggae lovers, rock X rap. V-Paint, you ready?
Those frames are too low.
Shotgun. Sax go on, like he already knows the bad news. Crowd noise fades, someone whispers. Stay on run.
450.
They said, put the headset on, baby, you can
Look at the inspector again.
Update to the transformer model.
Hi, are you working today? Are you going to give me a hard time?
Hey there, I'm definitely here and ready to help. No hard times at all. I've got your back. Let me know what you need and we'll get it sorted out.
The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn down the frame rates to 35 frames per second in Star Citizens.
Got it. Lowering the frame rate can definitely help with stability, especially if you're dealing with performance hiccups. If you need any tips or run into any issues while you do that,
well, it's a lot
just
more
let me
than
know.
that. The problem is you're choking.
I hear you. Performance issues can definitely be frustrating, especially when things start to bottleneck. If there's anything specific you want to tweak or any settings you're curious about, just let me know and we'll figure it out together.
What are you saying now?
I'm just here to help however I can. So if you need any tips on optimizing settings, or if you have any questions about what might be causing the lag, I'm all ears. Just let me know what you need.
Well, I'm actually thinking of lowering the bitrate in OBS from 35 to say 25.
Got it. Lowering the bitrate can definitely help reduce the load and might improve stability. If you need any guidance on how that might affect your stream quality, or if you want to fine tune other settings, just let me know.
No, I don't want you to give me any advice, because every time you give me advice I have to call the fire brigade because the house is catching on fire. You keep taking out the fuses.
I'll make sure to keep it cool and easy, no fire hazards involved. Just let me know what you need and I'll keep it nice and
You remember the ruling that I set? Don't add anything. Just do as I ask you and that's about it. And don't give me long-winded explanations. Read back on your chats on the left-hand side and you'll know about it.
Absolutely. I'll keep it straightforward and to the point. Just let me know what you need and I'll follow your instructions precisely.
So if I was to lower the bitrate in OBS, would you work better? Yes or no? Straight to the point.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime you need something, just let me know.
I'm going to log out of OBS, drop the bitrate, okay?
That sounds good. Let me know how it goes and if you need any more help afterward, I'm right here.